Today is moving day. I've been in this spot for the last 14 days or so, and the CRT, that's a Canal and River Trust, say I can only stay in one place for 14 days, hence I have to move. So the plan for today, go and get the car. I'm going to drive up to the point where I'd like to leave the boat later on and just make sure that there is a spot there ready for me. It is a beautiful spot right next to a bridge, so it won't be too far away for me to load the car up. So let's get going. Let's open up my canopy so I can get out. It is actually a beautiful sunny morning to start with, as you can see. And before I run away, I better lock the boat up. Alright, it's the boat locked up. It's been a lovely spot this, but it's around about 8 AM. As I said, I'm on my way back to collect the car. It's only like a 5-minute drive, a mile or so, mile and a half up the canal. But I just want to make sure I've got a spot there before I move that direction. And the weather is due to get a bit windy later on. As you can see, nice strong sunshine at the moment. Boat's getting a nice charge on the solar. Wind's due to hit even more than it is right now around about lunchtime, so I want to be hopefully moored up before then. I've just got to the next bridge where I want to park the car. Well, I'll park the car actually, you can just about see it behind me there. And I'll just check for traffic. I'd like to moor somewhere down there, possibly just behind that boat, or this side of that boat. That way I haven't got such a long walk all the way back there. Well, let's just go down to the canal, just have a closer look. I'm just on my way back to the boat, parked the car up right by the bridge. There's several spaces down there, 3 or 4 spaces I can use. Very happy to. I'm not sure which one I'm going to take yet, possibly the first one. This chap here, Swan, came up to me a little while ago looking for food. I think I've just found his mate's nest on the canal. If I can find it in the camera, there he is. I haven't got anything with me, sorry. Just got distracted by the swan, still following me. Anyway, I was going to say, just along this stretch, plenty of spaces to moor. It would be nice, but the trouble is it's a bit far from the bridge, because I need to be able to carry stuff to and from the boat as I get myself ready for going to Crick. Looking forward to that. I've got to say, I'm enjoying this walk back to the boat. Just a light breeze. Not too warm, not too cold. I was just wondering, wonder how far my boat is. Wonder how far past it is that boat there. And then I suddenly realised that is my boat. So not far to go. I'm just back at Narrowboat Gate. Need to prep her for departure in a few minutes. I might take down the chimney as it's just one bridge to go through. It's not particularly low, but better safe than sorry. And of course the solar panels. I think I might need to take down the security camera as well, and the canopy at the back. Sure, it'll all fit just, but I'd rather be safe. I'm just about to do all my checks for the boat, and unusually I want to just check how much diesel I've got, so I'll just show you how I do that. Very sophisticated. I'm about to check my diesel level, and I haven't got a gauge, I've got a stick. So to dip it into the tank till it hits the bottom and take it out. Not sure if you can see that level's just up to there, so I've got about 10 inches, maybe just a foot of diesel in my tank, which is plenty for the next few weeks. And of course I want to put the top back on. And just to get them out of the way, I've got my tiller arm, my tiller pin, which is an elephant, of course, my African connections. There you go. My next job is to check my engine bay and check the oil levels, that sort of thing. Just all the normal things. Now this is a little bit tricky to get out because there's stuff in the way, as you can see. I have to lift that up. I'm being careful not to fall down, so it's a long way. There you go. Let me just show you what I'm going to be doing down there. Let's be my engine. It's a good 3-4 foot drop, so I've got to be extremely careful getting down there. I can't stand on the engine, which is what I normally do, because that's obviously a solid block. And then take out my dipstick for the oil. If you can see it there, it's just perfect. It's good colour as well. When I do go in here, I also do a visual check. Is there any water in here that shouldn't be? That's usually where it will collect down there, and that is absolutely bone dry. That's my sump pump, I think they call it. So if any water gets in, that will automatically pump it out. That's all my engine checks done. I'm happy to start the engine now. Let that warm up for a little while I get everything else down, like the canopy, the solar panels, and the other couple of bits up the other end. And then I'll be off to my new mooring. I've just taken down the last of the solar panels. Nice and easy. Now, one thing I have noticed, I think I will need to clean these, not only from the dust, but the birds' deposits, let's say, need to be cleaned off. Right, that's the front end done. And now I just need to take down this canopy. Preferably without falling in. That's all the poppers done on the sides. Just need to undo these two clamps and then it will just fold down. It's perhaps not the best fitting in the world because it's very easy to drop one of these. And drop this in the canal and it's gone. Nice. I like to fold in the side bits so they don't catch on bridges or anything else as you go past. Let me do it from off the boat. I think that's just about ready. Time to undo my mooring ropes. Hopefully this wind won't be too bad. It's tending to blow me onto the bank a little bit, which is good. So let's get going. We're off to my new mooring. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Hopefully my hat will stay on. As you saw from my walk back from the car, it's not too far to go. It's going to take my time a little bit. Yes, I do like that mooring. Just a touch far from getting the car, etc. If I didn't have the car, I would be happy to stay there for a while. It's good to be moving again. Love staying in one place, don't get me wrong, but it's also great to be moving. I've not seen any boats move this morning. Surprised me a little bit. Not yet anyway. Of course I say that and I can see a boat in the distance coming my way. But one of the great things about moving is you get hot water, because I can't use the batteries to warm my water up. So it's either the kettle on the gas stove to do the washing up or run the engine. Get plenty of hot water, then have a nice shower. Canal always looks very different from the boat than when you're walking along the side. There's those diggers that I walked past earlier and chopped down a tree back there. And here we're going to have a closer look. I'm not going to disturb the swan. She is brooding. Just on her nest. On my walk back to the boat from the car, I did mention that there are plenty of mooring spots which would be ideal, and this is one of them. Plenty of Armco. See one or two boats moored there as well. And here we are. That didn't take long at all. get myself into the bank. I'm going to take this spot that's furthest away from the bridge. Sort of defeats the object really, me trying to get close, but the one nearest the bridge is a little bit tight. So I think I'll park just at the end here, or more I should say. It turns right. Just pulling the boat up a little bit so it's a bit closer to the one in front. Not too close, but just enough. That's about right. Right, time to tie me up. I've just realised as I'm trying to moor up, I made a rookie mistake. I left my mooring chain at my last mooring. So now I've got to try and walk all the way back and hopefully it's still there. I'll let you know. You know, I'm really annoyed at myself for getting that mooring chain. Not because I got to walk back, but because I just did it. I looked at it, I thought I must pick that up before I go, and didn't remember it until I got here. So I've got to walk back probably a mile or so, mile and a bit, to see if it's still there. So I've seen at least 3 boats go past me. Any one of them may have stopped and, let's say, acquired it. Hopefully not. We'll see. I'm just on my way back now. I suppose the walk will do me good. It's more about, I think, the cost of it to replace it if I have actually lost it, which is the annoying part, because they're not particularly cheap things. I have of course got different ways of mooring the boat, from mooring pins to what they call nappy pins. I think I've got some of them somewhere, so if it has gone I'll just have to use one of those methods. Well, I got to my old mooring spot and unfortunately somebody has got my chain. Extremely frustrating. Oh well, back to the boat. Well, this is my new mooring spot for the next couple of weeks at least. Very happy with it. As you well know, I'm quite frustrated at losing my mooring chain, but going to Crick, so I can get another one there. Yes, very pleasant here. Wind's starting to pick up just a little bit. It's just around about midday now. Bit of a long walk back to the boat from here to my old mooring spot back here. I'm getting confused because I did an awful lot of walking today. I've done that walk that way how many times today? 3 times? Yeah, 3 times now. Quite a nice towpath, so it wasn't too bad. It's just the distance and the frustration. Next week, in the next video, I'm going to show you how bad I am at making curtains. So stick around for that, subscribe if you'd like, and I'll see you next time.